right, here's Ed Mylett. Ed Mylett got Tony Robbins front and center, so we know he's legit. He's the guy, like I said, he's got his beachfront, oceanfront mansion. He interviewed Heidi and Chris Powell back in the day. He interviewed Rachel Hollis. Now, my interpretation of this was that he was paying for these interviews. I don't know that to be true. That was the vibe that I got because he all of a sudden he got his success from an MLM. He was like a really high earner in one of those MLMs that are like insurance or something. I forget exactly, but he got his start, global something. And then when he made his money doing that scam, then he decided to become a personal development influencer because that is the natural path to do. So he's obsessed with his money, wealth, showing off, like, I'm in a private jet, I have so much money. He's very close to Grant Cardone, in my opinion. He hangs out with this group, though, which is interesting because Grant Cardone does like the alpha male thing. Ed Mylett targets women, in my opinion, where he's going to the MLMs and talking to the women now, trying to get them to, buy the book and stick with their uplines and downlines and whatever. So, okay, he's got 2.5 million followers. His engagement is better than, nothing. He's got like 10,000. Okay, here we start to see the same people, the same circle jerk. He's got him. I met him once, this guy, Rob Briggle. I met him at an event one time. Okay, sorry. So let's see the Tony Robbins one.
I believe the winter could be 8.
Okay. So as you can see too, so Tony Robbins is promoting this free 5-day free class or whatever. So he did the rounds. He talked to Tom Bilyeu, Rachel Hollis, Ed Mylett. He did the whole circuit because he's in the same location as the Rachel Hollis podcast was recorded in. Okay, so there's music, so I can't really show. Most people aren't honest enough to say that. People wondering what you would tell them to do in terms of their finances right now. I love the stock footage. We probably got 8 or 9 more years of this. That's not something to look bad to because if you do well in winter, you'll do well for the rest of your life. Okay, so it's the same shit that he told Rachel Hollis. So again, like, you follow one of these people, do you really need to follow the rest of them? No, they all say the same thing. Okay, let's see what he says here. Max out your life, over 1 million sold. Now he gives these away at MLM events. So sold may be a strong word. And he's giving away free downloads of his audiobook. So I'm sure he can add that free giveaway as part of his, sales pitch. Okay, let's see this one. From side hustle to business empire.
Like, this is...
I can't play anything with his audio. Oh, God damn it. Sorry. I guess we'll just never hear from him. Because he's too cool. Look how cool he is. Have you ever seen a guy cooler? He looks like John Travolta, but with like... John Travolta's like cousin. He's like, I want to be just like John. Okay. Go outside. I'll take your photo. We'll send it to him. And then he made this graphic. Yeah. Okay. So he's a global entrepreneur, best-selling author, top podcast host, TV host of Change with Ed Mylett, which I believe is just a YouTube show. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know if TV is the right word. Maybe he's on TV. Who knows? Okay. What's his stories like? Okay. Just the Tony Robbins thing. Oh, he's showing the thing about Tony Robbins thing.
All right, well, it's here. My conversation with Tony Robbins. And the internet may have broken 2 or 3 times already this morning. I cannot believe how many downloads on the audio side there are already and how many of you are sharing this conversation. And I know why. And the reason why is that it's the perfect conversation for these times. Tony says something very interesting in the beginning of the interview. They're obviously we're in a bit of a winter right now, an economic winter. And he says that he believes that could last 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, he wants to get really afraid so that you join this thing today. And then while you're there, he'd be like, just join my courses for the next 8 to 9 years to keep you safe while the economy revs up again.
And that really grabbed my attention the first minute of the interview when he said that. And so based on that, we went very tactical, very strategic, a lot of very detailed information about what you can be doing to not just survive, but thrive during what could be a difficult time for so many people who don't have those strategies or tactics. And it may last longer than we think. So you're going to absolutely be blown away. Click the link and share it today.
You believe the winter could be
Saddest music of all time. He really is another one, S and the D of Tony. Like, what? I don't know. I really think it comes down to they want to pat his back so they get invited to like his, Fiji mansion or Fiji resort or something, or just to be on his stage because so many people will like become cult followers if you're on his stage. So they're all trying to like really get, in Tony's good graces. So embarrassing. JLB Nerdy, thank you very much. JLB Nerdy says, what do you heart as much as Tony Robbins? People dying? What excites me most is to see Tony Robbins not succeed.
What excites me most is to see a person die.
That's what Tony Robbins' favorite thing is. For reference, that quote comes from an interview he was giving about Mother Teresa. I will no longer go into any further details.
You want to tell Tony to shove it up Tony's ass.
I do. And so does JLB Nerdy. And one final one for you.
We hate him.
There you go. Thank you very much. Okay, maybe there's music on this one? Maybe?
Anybody that's the best in the world at something has pattern recognition power. They see things other people see as chaos, and they go, no, this has happened.
Okay, that's enough. We had enough of Tony the other day. I'm sick of him. Okay, here's 16 minutes ago. This is hot off the press.
All right, so hey guys, real question here. Hi, Andy. I'm having major ear problems when I'm flying right now, so I've had a really bad virus infection, whatever in my head, super congested. And when I'm landing, I'm having excruciating ear pain. So like my ears won't pop. I mean, it's like to the point where I want to scream. You've probably all experienced it once, but I have had it the last week on every landing. And so I'm wondering if any of you know any techniques or strategies or things you take to alleviate the congestion or the pain in your ear when you land. I have 5 landings in the next 4 days, and I'm worried about it. By the way, I can't take anything that will raise my blood pressure also. So any strategies, things you do, things you take to save really a lot of pain in my ears, and I also just don't want to rupture an eardrum. So
see a doctor, you weirdo. I know this is just like engagement baiting where they ask anything just to get people to like, oh, Bun Mom, thank you. To get engagement, like, guys, what outfit should I choose? Like, they're never going to take your opinion. They just want to get their pages to be revved up. So he is also one that will like share like something like this. Time is so precious, don't waste it. Image source, millionaire tips. Like, it's not even his thing. Like, he used to do it a lot more. Like, okay, this one, for example, like, random acts of kindness have a huge ripple effect that touch people's lives in more ways than you'll ever know. When was the last time you showed kindness? It was like someone's video that he just like took and put on his page. Has nothing to do with, he's adding insight because he's saying this is good. Okay, this video has nothing to do with him. Caption this. It's like the level of effort is so low.
Now is a time of year where you can really separate yourself.
So that's his vibe. He's smoking a cigar. He's going to tell you how to make millions. Oh, my favorite, Bethany fucking Frankel. 2 scammers.
Girl margarita, like, how did you even come up with the idea of it? I don't know. I've just read that it was successful. I read about what I've heard you sold it for, but how did the
I hate that there's music
for it happen?
Thing that entrepreneurs need to hear from me.
Anyways, whatever. I guess we'll never be able to hear anything more, he says. Okay, let's see his LinkedIn. Oh, also, sorry. The power of one more. Exciting. His best-selling book. Watch his interview on Good Morning America. Okay, we have to watch that. What is this bullshit? What is this bullshit, Good Morning America? What is this? It's from August 2022. Ed Mylett, who no one cares about or knows.
400.
Talks new book, The Power of One More. The motivational coach and author gives insight on being one more thought and action away from transforming your life from ordinary to extraordinary. How is this new? National news. What the hell? I don't understand. Why am I watching a whole commercial? Come on, let's get to it.
The Power of One More, the ultimate guide to happiness and success.
How did he get on
gives
here? I have
advice
no
on
idea.
How to take that next step in life.
No wonder Dave Hollis was pissed he didn't get his GMA, interview. I thought they had standards, apparently.
And he is joining us now. Ed, thank you for being here with us. And we're going to get right into it. I love this. You have what you call the one more try mentality.
Yeah.
Tell us what that is and how it can motivate.
He tries one more
The premise
time.
of it is this. It's really simple. Is that, and everyone watching this morning should know this. You were born to do something great with your life. Sometimes we forget this, right? And your dreams matter. These are visions that are part of your destiny. And your life and your dreams are worthy of one more try. The problem I think most people have is they think
This is what they all say in different words. You need to find your purpose. Do your purpose. Live the best life. Pay me money.
their dream, their vision is so much further away that they perpetually act that way and they create a pattern like that keeps it so far away. But what if that's a lie? What if you're one try away, one new relationship, one new meeting, one new thought, one interview you watch, right?
Yeah.
One new emotion away from totally changing your life. And
This is like the interview of the meme where it's like the gold miner that goes back because he didn't try the next day. It's like, I don't know. Okay, this advice is not new. Why are we interviewing you?
I believe you're much closer to your dreams than you think you are.
And also another problem I think a lot of people have, time management.
Yeah.
You know, managing your time, but you have an interesting time management.
Oh yeah. Okay. A lot of people sent this to me. This clip, I think it's actually this clip specifically, where he's like, "You don't believe in time, do you? You bend time." He's got this thing where he says he bends time. Okay, here we go.
The way that you approach that, what is that?
Well, here's the deal. The 24-hour day is the most antiquated, crazy idea of all time. I mean, 150 years ago, if I wanted to write you a letter, I had to sketch something out, put it on the back.
The 24-hour day is based on the fucking sun in the sky. What do you mean it's an antiquated idea? It's the basis of all humanity. It's not something that Tony Robbins came up with. It's not a concept that we have to like imagine. It's like based on the sun and the earth.
Of some horse.
Okay, going back a second, sorry.
What is that?
Well, here's the deal. The 24-hour day is the most antiquated, crazy idea of all time. I mean, 150 years ago, if I wanted to write you a letter, I had to sketch something out, put it on the back of some horse. You get it 30 days later, maybe a month later, I'd get something back for you. Now I could take you something and text you in 33
100 years ago is 1920. I think there was cars then, but okay.
seconds.
Yeah.
There was also airplanes then. But all right, you're right. Horses were there too.
We still manage days in the same increment of time that people did back then. If you want to do a high school report, me and you had to go to get an encyclopedia at the library, write it down, type it on a typewriter.
remember those days, yeah.
My daughter can print something out in 3 seconds on Google and she's done. So 24-hour days are crazy. I run mini days, which are 6-hour days. The amount of fun, rest, business, family you can get in a day. So I get 21 days a week.
What are you talking about, you weirdo? Oh, you make the sun go up 6 times in a day? Can you share that technology with us, please? The farmers would love it. The farmers will hate this. Doctors will hate this hack.
Start stacking your life up that way over a year, 5 years, 10 years. You have more life, more fun, more production, and you're closer to your dreams.
He's actually 400 years old based on this time frame. It says divide workday into 6-hour time blocks. Why? Why? So I can work 6 hours times 6? I don't get it. Approach time with a greater sense of urgency. I approach it with already too much urgency. No. Control time instead of time controlling you. How? How do I do that? I think everyone would love to know that hack. Measure your performance often. Okay, performance of what? Focus on the future. Yeah, I already do that. Okay. So how am I hacking time? I don't get it. How do you have 20 days in a day? I don't understand. So stupid.
And you say your habits are your life. Some of them serve you well, others don't serve you so well. Yeah. So what is the difference? How do you tell the difference between the two?
Well, one big thing is your habits are so important because it's not what you do. You know, motivation's great, but what do you do on the days you're not motivated? You know that. That's the separator, and it's your habits that separate you.
Michael Strahan, stop this. You're right. It's the days that you don't do the thing you need to do. Yeah, come on. Is this kindergarten?
And for me, that habit is people lack self-confidence most of the time, and they wonder, why can't I be more confident? I believe a lack of self-confidence is a relationship or reputation you have with yourself where you don't keep the promises you make to you. And so I believe in small habits, making your bed every day, a certain amount of water, telling your children you love them a certain amount of times. Keep the small promises you make to yourself, and now you're building real self-confidence.
How many times do I have to tell my kids I love them in a day? And based on your day, is it 439? Because there's 6 days in a day. How much water? And this is, again, another principle that every one of these people do, where it's like, keep the integrity within yourself. If you buy my course, finish it. If you sign up for a 5K, do it. Okay, yeah, great. That's a great concept. It's like, if I buy all the groceries from the store, you should cook and eat all of them. Yeah, that's my intention every time. And yet the salad remains in the cooler drawer every time. I don't know, like, it's just something that we all do. It's like, this concept is not just like, oh, now I have knowledge that good habits are good for me and bad habits are bad for me. Now I can change my life. It's so stupid. Juliana, thank you to Juliana. They say, the only thought in my head with each new grifter is Patrick Starr yelling, "Who are you people?" I don't know how you do these without needing a nap after. That's why I do them at night, so I can go immediately to sleep and erase all of the nightmares that I just had in my waking hours. But thank you for supporting this. I mean, I do it for you guys. It's really to save the world and to change the world. That is my intention with every video that I make. It is my humble job to fix everything, profit, and become the idol that everyone needs. So that's what I'm doing here.
Scruffy
cons. Here you go.
Somebody ought to smack you.
Not really, but
this is just stupid.
That's what I say to myself in my sleep. But thank you, Juliana, very much. I appreciate it. Okay, great tips from Ed.
That's how you know it's a good habit.
And I guess you got to make deals with yourself that are non-negotiable, right?
Yes.
And I know your podcast, the Ed Mylett Show, and now you have a new one, Change with Ed Mylett. But those watching at home, tell us what is the number one key to success in your mind?
The number one key to success in my mind is that your life that you dream of, whatever it is, your blueprint becomes what you live, that you're living your dream. And for me, I really believe this in most people in their life. They think it's so far away. And I honestly believe that
his dream is really telling people that you can do it on Zoom calls all day from middle America. I doubt it. I think his dream is to make a lot of money, and he's doing that. So I guess that's something, but
that if you could just decide in your life that your dreams matter, that you matter, that success isn't just for people you see on Good Morning America or that you watch on TV every day, that you were born to have a dream in your life. And if it's a big thing or a small thing, you and your family deserve to have it. And I just want to get that message out.
God, he looks like Alex Jones from the back. That looks like Alex Jones. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? That could be Alex Jones right there. The back of his head looks identical.
Get that message out to people. That's why I have the Change Show. That's why I have my podcast, is that I believe that more people need to believe life's for them, not for everybody they watch on their television or they see on their social media every day, but that your life matters.
Why would you? Okay. So you did the same exact thing that you say you don't want people to think about by creating it yourself, by literally going on Good Morning America and making a podcast about being rich. I want people to know that they could also do what I'm doing and not to feel bad about watching it. Okay, that's some mental gymnastics there.
Your dreams matter, and you deserve to be happy in your life. And I think my show, the books, the other things I do can give you the tools to do it.
I agree 100%.
Thank you, brother.
One more time, just that mentality. Ed, I appreciate the show. Appreciate the motivation. I'm ready to get up and get another job.
Let's do something great. Hey, by the way, one more. You won a Super Bowl on one more play. David Tyree. One more play separated the Super Bowl from a win from a loss. So if you want to know the power of one more, look at this dude right here.
This is an abomination. I'm sorry. The fact that, a national news organization deemed this worthy of its website is an embarrassment. I'm sorry. I know I'm being harsh, but it's how I feel. So it's valid, according to Ed. Let's see. Let's just see his YouTube just for a quick sec, just to see how he's doing. He has 700,000 subs. So he's doing pretty good. He supports America. So that's good.
9 years.
Why has he got music on this too? The whole thing?
But that created all these.
Does this look familiar to you? This is really engaging, unique content, guys. It's Tony Robbins in the same exact location. Oh, man. Probably saying the same exact things. Anyways. Good times. I'm done with Ed. Ed, we're over you. You were in MLM. That's what you did. Well, you can text him. Wait, hold on. Let's go to his website real quick. Oh, Eddie. Oh, look, Eddie's in a car. Look, Eddie's in his success car. And then when the picture moves, he's in his success plane. He pointing. Oh, he's back. He's back in the car. He really wants to know he has a luxury car. And he has a luxury car and a plane in the same shot. And he's pointing. Okay. Oh, I get the vibe. He gives me Jordan Belfort vibes. The guy who Wolf of Wall Street was based on. Change. Nosy. What is that? Is that a real show? Nosy? Or a real streaming service? Change. Interesting. Thank you, Albanese. Welcome, Albanese. Thank you for being here. They say, what's your opinion on Rachel getting the great Kristen Chenoweth on her podcast? Is she back, baby? Or maybe her Sirius XM deal is coming to fruition? I think I saw it briefly on her Instagram. I think that's a Sirius XM thing, possibly, or possibly a Boo thing connection because she's involved in music and he's Shawn Mendes's tour manager. I don't know how far tour management actually goes. I have no idea of the connections that you have or not. So I might be giving Kez more credit than he's due. But I think the Sirius XM thing probably, I mean, Rachel had a podcast where a separate podcast that was called My Faves Favorites, where she interviewed all these celebrities. So, I mean, I don't know. Her podcast claims to have 100 million downloads. So I think that's the enticing thing for these, celebrities or their PR companies. They're like, yeah, let's get her on anything that has, the amount of downloads. I don't think it's really maybe it is. I don't think it's a huge, knock to how she's doing currently, but maybe. I'm trying to find her. It's called My Faves. I don't see it anymore. But basically, she interviewed Matthew McConaughey. She interviewed that guy that she talked about, the country singer at one point, and she would ask them what's your favorite TV show? I don't know. It didn't really succeed. But so I don't know. I think she's doing good, better than she deserves, as Dave Ramsey would say.
You have to think instead of sitting around eating Skittles and watching Oprah reruns.
That's what I would say. And also, 24 hours. That's so biblical. That's such a biblical way to think. 24-hour cycle.
This is just stupid.
Thank you, Albanese. Good question. I don't know exactly, I guess. I don't have a good answer for that one. All right. That was exciting. Ed, he's on the nosy. Did you know that it takes a leader with vision to help people with dreams? And that also, that's his backyard view. And then also, affliction t-shirts make you look hard. I'm sorry. I'm being so mean tonight. But come on. This is cringe. It's just cringe. It just is. I can't explain it. I won't explain it further.